Hey, folks. Hey, Brian. There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there telling me I got to beware. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people been speaking their minds, getting so much resistance from behind. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and carrying signs. Mostly say hooray for our side. It's time we stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Paranoia strikes deep into your heart, it will creep. First you find you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man come take you away. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. You gotta stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. Let us stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there telling me I got to beware. So we usually don't do the weekly request till somewhere in the middle of the set, and that one was one we drew last week. It was the request of my dear friend Lee Bowers, and but it just seemed like that was the one to open the show with tonight, gang. And I'm almost afraid to start talking, so I may just keep singing. You know, I think that might be the safest thing. But let me say hello to everybody here. So I see Susan and Bud and Stephen, Judy Grace, my dear old friend out in Dallas, Texas, Lynn Betts, Tony, hi, Carolyn, Bonnie. Nice to see everybody. Be some Angel, Heidi. Anyway, ain't no love without freedom. Ain't no freedom without justice. Ain't no justice without without mercy. Ain't no mercy without love. Fat man talking about bootstraps while he's hitting out of sand traps. Thin man scrounging round for food scraps while the car he's sleeping in is leaking oil from its valve seals. While the banker's doing cartwheels and the DA's scoring plea deals as the choir sings amen. Ain't no love without freedom. Ain't no freedom without justice. Ain't no justice without mercy. Ain't no mercy without love. Politicians flashing sizers as the cops pull down their visors, and we hoard hand sanitizer as the world we're watching burn will grow harder just to live in and to find a dam to give in till we wake up to what we've been taking far too long to learn. There ain't no love without freedom. Ain't no freedom without justice. Ain't no justice without mercy. Ain't no mercy without love. It's the circle of love. May it grow ever wide till no one is standing outside. There won't be no either or then. We'll say both and maybe more when what is lost has been restored and what is torn has been made whole. I can feel it every day in my old bones and my archaic deoxyribonucleic. Yeah, I know it in my soul. There ain't no love without freedom. Ain't no freedom without justice. Ain't no justice without mercy. Ain't no mercy without love. Ain't no love without freedom. Ain't no freedom without justice. Ain't no justice without mercy. Ain't no mercy without love. Oh, man. So I've been looking forward to seeing everybody, getting a chance to sing some songs tonight. Like I said, I'm a little reticent to talk. Maybe I'll just let my songs say what's in my heart tonight. I did announce that I was retiring this song on the heels of last November's election. And so you may chalk this up to me backsliding a little bit or having a little bit of anger to work through. But I'll sing this as a going away present to the current resident in the Oval Office. We know what you're doing. We've seen your kind before. Put bars on the windows and post guards at every door. Singing onward, Christian soldiers, in your ugly little war. Spreading hatred in the name of God. Today I am a Muslim. Today I am a Jew. I Hindu and a Buddhist, all God's other children too. Today I am a Muslim, that's why this Christian has to say Assalamu alaikum instead of Donald kiss my ass. As for those walls you're building, don't try to shift the blame. My God is love, and Jesus Christ don't take his name in vain. I'm preaching fear for others whose prayers don't sound the same, while you go pissing on the golden rule. Today I am a Muslim, today I am a Jew, a Hindu and a Buddhist, all God's other children too. Today I am a Muslim, that's why this Christian has to say Assalamu alaikum instead of Donald kiss my ass. Peace, shalom, good on you instead of Donald Trump kiss my ass. And I know it's all about healing and unity, and I'm with you on that. I am. But you can't heal until you have some accountability, and you can't unite until you distinguish what it is you're going to bring together. And we have some work to do and some truth to tell. It seems to me. So we're getting ready to come out with a new CD in a few weeks, and this is a song that I actually wrote a few years ago, and for whatever reason I put it in the drawer. We recorded it a few years ago, and it didn't go out on the vintage album, but I pulled it out of the drawer in the last couple weeks. And actually rewrote it a little bit, changed the ending slightly. And it just seems like it's one I need to be singing these days. So this is called Stranger in a Strange Land. Excuse me for bumping into the microphone. Man on my bumper is flashing his dimmers, 'cause I'm only doing 10 over the limit. Too slow for his anger, he gives me the finger. As he races by me, a sad feeling lingers. I'm a stranger in a strange land. In this land where I was born, I feel like a stranger in a strange land. Just trying to get back home. Pushes her cart into line at the checkout. She keeps her eyes low as he says, get the heck out. We don't want your kind here, go back to your country. She looks up and says, this is where I come from. She's a stranger in a strange strange land. Not the land, in this land where she was born. She feels like a stranger in a strange land. She's just trying to get back home. We were not always like this. We learned fear and hatred from men who disdained all the things we held sacred. They nailed Jesus Christ to their own gospel sequel. 'Cause what good's a God who loves everyone equal? Now he's a stranger in a strange land. Not the land where he was born. We're all just like strangers in a strange land. Just trying to get back home. We're just trying to get back home. So let's see. I haven't done this one in a while. I saw the acquittal of the officer who shot Jacob Blake this week, and as if being shot 7 times point blank was not a little excessive, and clearly not in self-defense, in my opinion. But that was for me the straw that brought this song forth, and I was embarrassed that I had never stepped up to address this question in my songwriting before. So this is called "How Many Bodies." Oh, oh, oh. From someplace inside of me, like something in a dream, the question keeps arising and it makes me want to scream. Can we turn our backs again upon these anguished cries? Can we keep denying what we see with our own eyes? How many bodies? How many lives left in tatters? How many more black lives will it take before Black Lives Matter? Oh, ignorance breeds fear, my friend, and fear will lead to hate. Worse than all of this is our indifference to the weight. These obscene and endlessly repeating deja vus. Outside in the street tonight, and I am asking you, how many bodies? How many lives left in tatters? How many more black lives will it take before Black Lives Matter? Oh, eyebrows as you close your pink eyelids. You say all lives matter, I cry, God, I wish they did. Say that calling this racism is offending you. Well, I got a hunch that being killed offends black people too. In fact, the label seems to bother you more than the crime. Might be worth pondering, but answer me in this meantime. How many bodies, how many lives left in tatters? How many more black lives will it take before Black Lives Matter? How many daughters, mothers and sons and fathers? How many more black lives will we take before Black Lives Matter? A good friend of mine, a man I first met while he was incarcerated, and we grew very close. And we've been working together in the Next Step program ever since he's been out of prison. He's one of my heroes, actually. And you know, he tweeted after that verdict came out, or actually it was after Wednesday's horror. He said, "You mean to tell me if those were BLM protesters that stormed the Capitol, that's how it would have gone down?" And honestly, at best, all those people would have been arrested. And God help us, if they were Muslims, they would have been picking them off from the rooftops with snipers. I mean, there's just no question that there's different systems in place, gang. I just don't see any way to maintain any other, view of this. So. This used to be a country where we cared for one another, tried to see the weary stranger as a sister or a brother, where the strongest shouldered up the load for those who weren't as strong. We thought they'd never turn their backs on this, but we were wrong. This used to be a land where bigotry would hug the shadows, hide its guys in bed sheets, and would always lose the battle when it reared its spittle spewing face of twisted hate. We were not always good here, but our dreams could make us great. Now their bitter laughter seems to tell another story, in which the aggrieved relieve themselves upon Old Glory. An vengeful liar raises up a fisted glove. This used to be a country that I love, and I still do. Though I'm grieving, I ain't quitting, I ain't leaving. Whoa, back up, whoa, back down. I will fight, this I vow. I will sing, I will shout, I will call hatred out. And when push comes to shove, God's eye is softened only by a tear. It falls like a star from the sky. I will sing, I will shout, I will call hatred out. And when push comes to shove, I will stand up for love. I will stand, 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 and raise up my hand. I will stand up for love. This used to be a country we could be proud of, my friends. I swear to God that it will be again. I pray to God that it will be again. So Dan says the guitar is over-modulated, and I honestly am such a bad technical sound type person that I don't know what that means, but I'll assume it's not good. So let me take a minute and check my, let's see here. Checking the audio. It's the same way I do it every week, and it sounds okay in my headphones, so I don't know what the deal is, buddy. But thanks for the tip. It might just be emotion leaking out through my fingers. So let me take this banner down here. I'm getting tired of looking at that. This is a free show, and if you're inspired to make a contribution to yours truly, we do this every week at 7 o'clock. It's called the Busk at Dusk, the B.A.D show. You can visit my website, johnflynn.net, and there's a link there to the digital tip jar, and 10% of anything that I receive for this series, I donate to New Beginnings Next Step, which is an organization that I'm proud to be the executive director of, and we work with incarcerated and returning citizens and help them kind of hopefully build the kind of resilience and plan necessary to stay out of prison once they come home. And I've been involved as a volunteer and then running the organization for 16 or 17 years now. It has certainly changed my life, and I know it's had an amazing impact on a lot of people. So we haven't been in the prisons since COVID came to town. I've been in contact with the Department of Corrections, and they say that once I can get my vaccine, I'll be allowed back in to work with the guys who are behind the walls. Unfortunately, I'm at 63. I'm still a spring chicken, and not on the A list to get stuck yet. But I'm going to do what I can to get back as soon as I can, as are my other volunteers. In the meantime, we work with our returning citizens, and mostly these days on Zoom, which we're kind of, we're certainly thankful for.
but it's not the same, you know. So we got a ways to go, but we're going to get there. And I'm thankful for the technology that allows me to, you know, keep in touch with everybody, keep in touch with you folks. I'm going to check my tuning because you don't want an over-modulated guitar to be out of tune as well. This is one of the newest of the songs you'll hear tonight, and the title song of what will be the next record. Chased by the hawk, a morning dove crashed through the screen on my back porch, where it then flew circles until weary it fell down on the floor. I opened up the old screen door, thinking that dove would fly away, but it ignored my feeble gift. It simply stared the other way. Wild beat the wings, wild beat the heart, wild beat the things that tear us apart. My darling smiled at me and said, the poor thing's lost and terrified. She took that dove into her hands, carried it gently out to the sky. Wild beat the wings, wild beat the heart, wild beat the things that tear us apart. And as that bird took to the air, I could not help but recall a time I too was unaware of open doors in my own prison walls. First time she smiled at me, she said, we're each broken in our own way. She took my love into her hands, letting me go, letting me stay. Wild beat the wings, wild beat the heart, wild beat the things that tear us apart. A younger man, I must confess,
was set free by her tenderness.
So I haven't done this one in a while, and it seemed like a song I needed to remind myself about. This was, these days it's important to carve out time to look out for yourself, because you can latch on to some of the darkness real easy. And so, I guess since the pandemic began, I started getting real serious about my morning prayer. I'd get up and, I'm not real formal about it. I've got a meditation cushion and all, and Dan made me a beautiful meditation bench, like a small bench that I use. I keep in the car for when I'm on the road. But I've gravitated towards just sitting in my rocking chair and looking out the picture window at the woods and the bird feeder. And so I spend my first 20 minutes just kind of watching the birds and trying to keep my mind still and my spirit still, and I just kind of give that time over to silence, and that's really been helpful. And usually in my day, I try to get back to another 20-minute sessions, but I'm not really good at that for the second part of the day. And yet this week I've made it a point, just around 10 o'clock to go out for a 1 or 2 mile walk. And fortunately, it's been nice and the stars have been beautiful. But just using that kind of as a walking meditation, and again, just not doing any formal prayer so much, or letting my mind run, but just kind of enjoying the stillness, which kind of nourishes my spirit a little bit and kind of helps me, climb down from the walls and some of the anger and distress. So, but again, I think it's all about feeding the good wolf.
A Native American grandfather found his grandson crying after school and discovered from the sobbing child a playground bully had been cruel. Wish that I could hurt him, said the child. When I get big, that's what I'll do. That would make me sad, said the grandfather. And I'll know the dark wolf is taking you. There are two wolves, there are two wolves, and within each heart these two wolves fight. One is hatred, rage rage and darkness. The other wolf is love and light. The old man put his arms around the child, said the thing you want is called revenge. When you try to hurt the one who's hurt you, you become a little more like them. The old man said, I know you are feeling being human. I have felt it too. The child looked into the ancient eyes then, said, Grandfather, tell me what to do. There are two wolves. There are two wolves. And within my heart these two wolves fight. One is hatred, rage and darkness. The other wolf is love and light. The old man said, Child, do not fear this battle. Though each wolf will make the other bleed, it is in your power to choose the victor. The wolf that wins will be the one you feed. There are two wolves. There are two wolves, and within each heart these two wolves fight. One is hatred, rage and darkness. The other wolf is love and light. One is hatred, rage and darkness. The other wolf is love and light. Well, his name was Woody Guthrie, way back in 1912. He came into this world kicking and fussing. We came to love him well, for life spent trying to tell how we all could change the things that we've been cussing. We just gotta do like Woody done, like Woody done. We just gotta do like Woody done. When folks said you cannot change things, Woody said, oh yes I can. 'Cause a man can make a difference, and that difference made the man a hero we can turn to when it's time to make a stand. And our lesser angels say to cut and run. Just gotta do like Woody done. Well, his name was Woody Guthrie, and way back in 1912 he commenced the life of holy rabble rousing. Now with beat up guitar cases and them bound for glory faces, you can number his disciples by the thousand. They just wanna do like Woody done, like Woody done. We just gotta do like Woody done. When folks said you cannot change things, Woody said, oh yes I can. 'Cause a man can make a difference, and that difference made the man. A hero we can turn to when it's time to make a stand. And our lesser angels say to cut and run. Ain't gonna do it. Just gotta do like Woody done. 'Cause there ain't much right with a mouth kept shut tight when your duty just might be to shout. There ain't much wrong that the soul in a song can make better if you sing it out. Sing it. Some 100 years ago, he came into this life kicking and yelling, and he never really quit, and we're better cause of it. And the brave and shining truth that he was telling, we just gotta do like Woody done and Pete too. We just gotta do like Woody done. When folks said you cannot change things, Woody said, oh yes I can. 'Cause a man can make a difference, and a woman can make a difference. You know, folks can make a difference, and that difference made the man. A hero we can turn to when it's time to make a stand. And it's time to make a stand. And our lesser angels say to cut and run. Just gotta do like Woody done. And what I ain't never gonna be anything but. If I didn't do what I did, I'd do I don't know what. I can't regret things I can't rearrange. I am too young to quit, and I'm too old to change what I do for love. And so call me a saint or a slut. I am what I ain't never gonna be anything but. And what I ain't never gonna be anything but. Done trying to stick out my chest or suck in my gut. I've seen parts of heaven and pieces of hell. I got my guitars and my stories to tell. So I guess when it gets right down to the meat of the nut, and what I ain't never gonna be anything but. But I got my children, I got my friends, got my songs and a beautiful woman I love so. So if no pot of gold waits at this rainbow's end, I'll still be the richest man I know. I am what I ain't never gonna be anything but. Too proud to crawl and a little too humble to strut. And I ain't just saying these things to keep you from searching for crimes at the scene of the clue, or try to convince you a hard case is open and shut. I am what I ain't never gonna be anything but I got my children, I got my friends, got my songs, and a beautiful woman I love so. So no pot of gold waits at this rainbow's end. I'll still be the richest man I know. I am what I ain't never gonna be anything but, 'cause I wouldn't trade a stone groove for a solid gold rut. I started out as just one of the boys. They broke up the band, but I kept making noise despite their advice about getting a job and haircut. I am what I ain't never gonna be anything but. I don't give a damn if I live in a mansion or a hut. I am what I ain't never gonna be anything but. So before I forget, I'll do my drawing for next week. So every week we do a request. Folks send them in. To me through the internets there, through johnflynn.net, and we pull them out of a hat. Now I mentioned my buddy Rotten Dan earlier, and he's kind of the webmaster and tour manager, and we're just good friends. We go back a long way, and since he couldn't be here in person to help me with the show, we have Rotten Dan Jr. here, who is holding a top hat, and I reach into this hat every week and pull out an actual request sent by actual John Flynn fans. All 7 of them have been, so let's see. So here we go. And by the way, this kind of cross between Spencer Tracy and Grizzly Adams look, that's a pretty fair approximation of Rotten Dan, what he looks like. He's taller though. So anyway, so this is from Barbara, and it's for a real old song of mine called Emily. So I'll have that for you next week, Barbara. Looking forward to singing that for you. And every week I try to do a cover tune, a song that was maybe part of my journey, growing up, as I was learning to play the guitar and learning to write songs. And this song definitely falls into that category, because the first time I ever played on any kind of a public platform was on the altar at St. Madeline's when I was a little guy, about 6th or 7th grade. We started the guitar mass, to give you an idea of how long ago that was. And it was wonderful. It was like 15 or 20 kids with out of tune 12-string guitars, just singing at the top of their lungs, and oh man, the spirit. But this was a song that
instantly became a part of me the first time I heard it. And it seems to be a song that I need to keep close. These days. And I'm proud to say that our President-elect Joe Biden quotes this song quite a bit. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow your love. Where there is injury, your pardon, Lord. And where there's doubt, true faith in you. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there's despair in life, let me bring hope. Where there is darkness, only light. And where there's sadness, ever joy. Master, grant that I may never seek so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. It isn't pardoning that we are pardoned, in giving to all men that we receive, and in dying that we're born to eternal life. Master, grant that I may never seek so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand. I'm trying to understand. To be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. It isn't pardoning that we are pardoned, and giving to all men that we receive, and in dying that we're born to eternal life. Well, thanks for stopping in, hanging out with me. I appreciate your support. and your friendship. Makes me feel a little less cut off to know that I get to sing to some friends every Friday night. And those of you that have been supporting this little venture with your donations, that's much appreciated as well. You guys take care of yourselves. We got some bumpy days ahead of us, but good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, as my old bass player Jim Bennett used to say. I'll be back here next Friday, just singing my heart out and my ass off. And looking forward to seeing you all in person real soon. Take care of one another.